The droid army has landed on a Republic Island fortress. The clones, under the command of Commander Gree, are defending the island fortress walls, led up to by a beautiful bridge defense. Will the all-out droid invasion be able to topple the clone defenders, or will the clone army manage to prevail? Let's find out. Real quick, huge thank you to Instant Gaming for sponsoring this video. They have literally the best deals in gaming. I use it all the time. If you like Star Wars games, Lego Star Wars for $2. Star Wars Battlefront 2 for $9. One of my favorite Star Wars games, Jedi Knight Jedi Academy, $1.70. If you want to play the Star Wars Galaxy at War mod, Men of War Assault Squad 2, $3. Extremely popular games can be up to 99% off. Link in the description below. Thank you to Instant Gaming for sponsoring the channel. Thank you guys for watching. Let's get into the video. Alright boys, let's go ahead and press start, starting off in slow-mo for just the beginning because there are thousands of droids on the battlefield and hundreds of clone troopers, which will generate some serious lag, and we don't exactly want to watch this thing in 3 FPS. That would seriously suck. Either way, droids beginning with a huge amount of fire coming out at the clone trooper army, defending the initial bridges right here. We've got HMP gunships moving throughout. You can see them firing up that way. We do have some rocket shots colliding with AATs, even taking one of them out already. That is very impressive. That was quick. That seemed very quick for an AAT to go down just from like 1 or 2 rocket shots right there. But the HMPs are the real things that the clones need to start firing at because they are deadly. You can actually see right over here some of their rockets impacting one of the islands over this way and destroying some of the clones on it. These guys somehow managed to stay safe from that, which is crazy. By the way, we do have one bridge over here, one bridge in the middle, one bridge on the far right, and then all the way over here we have droids, commando droids in particular, flanking from gunships over this way. So already we've got some clone troopers in some trouble. They're taking out a large swath of these commando droids early on, but even still the commando droids are wrecking them. Look at that, taking out their trees, taking out their foliage. What, the poor landscaper. What are we doing here, boys? Why would we do this to poor landscape man? It's so sad, so tragic. Either way, these 41st Elite Corps troopers are definitely going to be going down. Look at that. A Z6 rotary cannon trooper already biting the dust over here. Rockets impacting some of these clones as well. And then these islands will start getting impacted. In fact, they already are. A few of these clones dying. And that'll just make the far left flank over here a lot easier for these droids coming on forward. Also have HMP gunship over there. Oh, but it's rotating to fire towards the middle. Alright, I guess the left side has had enough favors from the droid army, and they got to do something themselves, and the HMP is not going to bother with them anymore. Massive AAT shots rocking the middle bridge, rockets going out as well, explosions striking just about everywhere. My goodness, on the far right side over here, one HMP has been grounded over that way. Now, it's actually happening over here too. One of the things that can happen to these HMPs is their engine gets damaged, which lowers them to the ground. They're still able to fire their weapons. They can potentially get them back up in the air if the engine was just broken and not damaged, I believe is the terminology that Men of War uses. It doesn't make the most sense in Galaxy at War, but does for like regular World War II tanks and stuff like that. So this one is grounded. It's still technically alive, but obviously a lot more vulnerable right now. These clones on the far right side actually doing a great job. It looks like this HMP did land on a few, actually a lot of droids got landed on by this thing, so that's pretty clutch for the clone troopers right there, but still many more droids coming forward, and this HMP is angling itself to fire into them over that way as well. Devastation in the middle lines over here as more rockets impact some of those droid gunships. This one's smoking and its alarm is going off, meaning its shields are down, so that one could be dead very soon. The droid army also pushing through. I see a number of casualties up there on that bridge, but the clone troopers still have a lot more to deal with. One more rocket hits it. It's still somehow alive and firing. And in fact, more HMPs moving forward, maybe to cover fire for that other one that could go down. And another rocket. It's still alive. That's a miracle. Holy cow. Oh, one more. Oh, that one body blocked. Okay, that was actually sick. It was like, not today. Not happening today. Incredible stuff. Let's go check on the commando flank back this way right now. And the commando droids have taken significant losses in their assault here, but they've still got a ton of troops. They do have to take on this wall, and then a bunch of clones down here. And there's even more clones still up that way, so I don't know. The commandos are disrupting for sure. I don't know if they'll be like game-changing on the battlefield exactly. I don't know if they'll be able to push through without more reinforcements or anything like that, but for now, they're doing a nice job. We do have some more eruptions hitting just the wall, so it's not actually doing any damage to the clone troopers on the wall, but very, very close to them. Could be AAT shots, could be HMP shots. It is hard to tell at this juncture. Now, looks like a lot are moving towards the far right side over here. A lot of the gunships, a lot of the AATs starting to fire out this way. And we've got droids coming out from cover now and pushing outward. So the 41st Elite Corps back here is going to be in some serious trouble, I think, going forward. There's some HMP shots hitting over here. Haven't seen them use their missile silos in a minute, though. So I guess that's a good thing. I'm hoping I'm not jinxing the clones right here. This HMP moving quite a bit farther forward this way. While we go ahead and do a small time lapse, because we are only getting about 12 FPS right now, which is really slow, and hopefully with a time lapse, more droids and clones die so we get better FPS. Okay, only about 2 minutes went by there, and this HMP is just hovering overhead. It looks like these clones all, for some reason, got off their E-webs. They still work, so I'm going to anti-derp rule these guys, because that's just silly. And actually, this one comes crashing to the ground now, and it crushed a clone trooper. Look, its DC-15A is getting tossed around up there. This one did a lot of devastating damage and then just came crashing down, so I don't know what really happened with it there. It looks like a few commandos over here have tried pressuring, but this E-web turret and this trooper here stopped them from coming too far forward, and more are just kind of fixated on the wall over that way. These droids way back here still coming forward just very, very slowly. Most of these clones are dead, so it's not going to be a big deal for them. Over on the middle section over here, beyond that HMP, there's an AAT right there, which seems to be derping a little bit, but it definitely can fire right there, and I'm sure it will pretty soon once it's reloaded. These guys, though, still getting good shots off. Oh, wait, rocket coming in? Nah, didn't do anything. This one's back up and flying! What the? Bruh. Oh, God, now it's going for these guys. Oh, that's not good. Oh, no. Oh, that's rough. Okay. Yikes. The far right flank here all of a sudden just getting called out by these HMPs. They're all over here, dude. What the heck? Why are they all going to the right side and tormenting these poor lads? Oh, my goodness. All right, let's watch over here a bit. Okay, 2 minutes later, that HMP finally, I think it's fully dead. Yeah, that thing's definitely fully dead. Good, so that's not going to harass them anymore. Definitely the goated HMP at this point. Over here, more commandos coming through. They grenaded this trooper and killed him, it looks like. And now they're firing at these guys back here before charging him, which is definitely the smarter thing to do. That's why they're commandos, baby. Alright, all these guys ended up dying anyway. It looks like to missile fire or something, so they're down for the count now. Why don't we watch these guys coming in, because we're still pretty laggy. Only 15 FPS right now. There's just a lot on the battlefield, so let's watch this vantage point up here. Alright, the droids down mid have taken care of the top wall there. It looks like the commando droids over here did manage to take out the E-web turret as well, but the rest of the clones are still taking care of them. The rest of the B1s are here too. I think we could go ahead and bump it up to 2 speed now. I think enough have died on the battlefield. So we'll see if these droids can come through and maybe break through the rest of this area here. But down middle, this is where things are going to really start heating up. The far right side over here, still the droids dealing with clones over this way. Despite all of the help they've gotten, They still have not really made it all the way forward. There's multiple HMPs crashed over this way and an AAT over there too. E-Web turrets over this way start going down. Rockets start getting fired. Commander Gree and the rest of his 41st Elite Corps start getting fully engaged with the droids over here as a full-scale assault down mid is commenced now. So we got rockets popping off all around. We got droids pushing in. You got to be careful about this left side too, because the droid's already taken out a couple clones back here. More pile driving through as the commandos get those reinforcements. And look at this, they're actually making it through a little bit. Not quite able to set up and actually fire back at some of these clones, but a number of them are pushing out here. E-Web turret starts blasting away. Look at that, very, very good fire. And that thing will just keep going. It cannot get suppressed. It does have to pause to reload every 100 shots, I believe it is, but still a pretty good deal of a weapon right there. Grenades going off over this way too, or rather droid poppers going off, taking out more droids as more and more enter the funnel area here. But the real question is, will they overwhelm the clones? Look at that, one of the clones already dropping over this way. There's still one left alive. E-Web turret over here still firing away and killing a number of droids in the process, but they just keep on coming. That's going to be a very nice droid popper right there. The E-Web turret does have to reload. Luckily, it seems like a short reload. Nope, it's not reloaded yet. There we go. Now it's firing again, so not too horrible of a reload. That droid popper does get a number of kills, but the clone trooper who threw it just dies right there, so he's done. E-Web turret trooper gets shot one too many times and drops to the ground. So now the droids have a nice little left flank over this way. A lot of them got taken down. There's still clones up top on these walls and over here, but they're going to start cutting through the clones over here now. Commander Gree, he is all alone in the center here. I'm going to retreat him back to cover so he can live to fight on, because it's always fun having a hero unit. So we'll pull him back to over here. Right now, clones down mid are suffering horribly. They've taken out a lot of these droids, but they just keep on coming. So this is not looking too good to the clone trooper army right here. Okay, on the right side over here, more droids pushing through, and that AAT is still alive over there too. Now, the clone troopers up on this wall are managing to get shots out on them, and they have some clones down below as well able to fire. But the guys in the middle and that E-Web turret are gonzo now. Look at this, more droids popping on through. They're getting killed before they can come through all the way. I'm just worried about the side swipe from these droids over here that could end those clones' last stand over that way. A couple clones up top here getting shot at from the droids coming on through. Come on, kill that guy, please. Oh my god, they're letting him live. Oh no, guys, don't drop the ball so hard, it's embarrassing. Alright, this entire side of the battlefield over here where the commandos are coming through, it might be a lost cause over there. I think the clone troopers down below here are going to really need to hold out to make this happen, otherwise they're cooked. Now, just back here checking in on the rest of the droid army, they've got a couple more AATs, and then a lot of droids I noticed on the mini-map at the top left here, just chilling on that island. They might be stuck, I'm not sure. There's more AATs, a couple of HMPs that are just engine damage chilling back there, but that's them being basically as good as dead. Now, I think we can go into full speed ahead now. We did drop it back down to 1 speed for a second there when there was a lot of outgoing fire from the droids, but I think, yeah, we can manage full speed ahead now, and it is not too bad. Clone troopers up top here have been seriously ravaged, but they're holding back these droids, which is great, because if those droids really start coming through as well, I think we can kiss this defense goodbye completely. Another flank is not what the clones need to deal with. A massive grenade goes off over here, kills all those 41st Elite Corps troopers. Holy cow, that was brutal. We still got one trooper up on this wall over here. Maybe he could grenade down that way and do something similar, but I kind of doubt that's gonna happen. These guys over here now have to contend against that massive flank on that side of the battlefield. That is not a good thing. This is looking very, very bad for these guys. The far right might be our only hope for the future of the clone army here. And there's more AATs coming forward over here. So these guys need to hold out, and then their backup troops back here need to also contribute. Commander Gree still alive back this way. Good to see. That troop up here died, but we got a couple troops kind of scattered over this way. They're getting shot up to oblivion. More droids dropping over here, which is great to see. There's a clone up that way still. Looks like this clone trooper kills that droid right there. Good. More droids go up there and get ambushed, please. That would be very nice and very helpful. We still do have more clones up on those walls too. Okay, that's bad. Rocket takes out one clone there. Oh, not good. Yikes, dude. Yeah, the full-scale droid invasion is underway here, and the clones are not having a very good time defending now. E-Web turret over this way, beginning to fire out at the droids as they come on forward. And it's going to be, a tough one to hold. He's reloading right now, which is not very good. His friend's helping out, though, a little bit, which is good to see. We also have some droid poppers going off down below. One clone trooper dies right there, but more droids are dying this way. That's very good to see. You can see some explosive damage to the wall there. There is one of those clones right there, and AAT is actually coming through over this way and spamming fire against the upper wall of this side of the battlefield. That is not good in the slightest, boys. No bueno. This E-Web turret continuing to fire. Good. Keep it up, boys. Keep it up. Gree's still alive down this way. Clones over this way, getting slowly but surely clobbered here. Uh-oh, that's a high-powered droid rifle at close range. He can one-shot easy. Yep, he one-shots two troopers. A grenade goes off over this way, knocks out one trooper right there. That guy gets back up. He's healing now. He's also back up because I think it was a friendly grenade, but they're healing and getting killed now. Clones over this way, firing away, trying to kill some of these droids. Now would be a good time for these guys to throw grenades, but I think they're all dead. There's a few more clones up there, too, on the catwalk area over there. More droids pushing up top here. They kill more clones. Gree is still alive and standing, but all of his troopers around him are dying currently. These clone troopers in this corner over here trying to hold out. They are throwing some droid papas. Good to see. Keep it up, boys. Keep killing these droids. This is getting to be very, very rough. Come on, clones. You can do it, boys. You can do it. Oh, that's going to be a cheeky little granata. That's going to hurt that guy, yep. But it was a droid popper, so he should pop back up, hopefully. Yeah, he does. Good. Uh-oh. Yeah, that was not good. That was quite bad. That was quite bad indeed. All right, clone troopers really getting backed into this back right corner over this way. This is where we're going to see the Clone Army final stand. Gree is still alive down there. You can see him right there. A couple of troops nearby him. He goes down right there. More droids pop through. These clones over this way dying out as well. Across the way up top here, clone troopers continue to get fire out. Grenades going out over this way. Yikes. All right, these clone troopers need a strong holdout at this point. Only thing that can save the clones. Strong holdouts of this back right corner. Come on, boys. I mean, we've seen crazier things happen, but honestly, I'm not sure. The droids have been playing this very, very well. I see a grenade dropping in. Oh! Takes out another clone trooper right there. These guys in a brutal final stand of the fortress here. Oh, God. It's not looking too good for these clones, boys. Oh, yeah, they're getting butchered. Oh! Another massive grenade right there. Takes those lads out. We've got a few more clones up this way. We've got a clone up here with 4 kills. This clone over here has 7 right now. He's been grenading for sure. And then these clones up here are just vibing out. They're going to get shot at from below a good bit here. And likely will get killed eventually here. It's just a matter of time. Oh, clone up here gets another kill. That's good to see. Keep it up, buddy. Keep it up, up. That's what we want to see. Very nice. Yeah, these guys still kind of moping around down there. Moping around down there, boys. All right, let's time lapse up this way. Alright, every last one of these clone troopers has died, but there is still this boy up here, who probably is going to die as well. Let's go ahead and, fire a little bit so the droids know he's up here. We'll get him to reload so he's got a full clip, and Now he just needs to survive. And that's about it. We'll see how this goes. We'll see how this goes. Well, there we go. The last of the clone troopers up here gets killed. Rip the dream. The clone fortress does not manage to hold out this time around. They end up getting curb stomped by the droid army. Red are dead droids, yellow are dead clones. Clones started off very well, but eventually the droid powers were just a little too mighty for them to stop. If you guys did enjoy this video, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and comment down below if you'd like to see some more in the future. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.